guys, it's Sam, and this is my announcement video and TBR for Deweys 24-hour readathon. So for those of you that don't know, Deweys 24-hour readathon is exactly what it sounds like. It is a 24-hour readathon that takes place on April 25th. It also takes place in October. It's a twice-a-year readathon. I participated in October and absolutely loved it, so I'm going to participate again in April, and it is a ton of fun. For those of you that have never participated or don't know what it is a readathon that takes place for exactly 24 hours at exactly the same time. So there are start times on the website that hosts everything, and you can check and see when you start in your time zone because everyone's reading at the exact same time. So unlike other readathons that everyone starts at like midnight their time zone, everybody starts and ends at the same time, which is a lot of fun. Basically, all of the blogs that I follow participate in Deweys 24-hour readathon. It takes place on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, everywhere. Anybody can participate. There's updates going on constantly. There are cheerleaders that will actually come to your blog or Twitter or wherever you are choosing to update from and will cheer you on. There are tons of giveaways. There's basically an hourly door prize on the hour where people can win things, and there's a ton of different prizes for all different countries. It is an international readathon, so there's things that are only available to like the US or Canada, there's things that are available internationally, and there's things that are available to like maybe just Germany, or maybe just Lithuania, or maybe just France. So you can get prizes from any different location if you are participating. There's also little mini challenges that are basically hourly as well that you can win, and different blogs do sponsor those. So there's like book spine poetry, there's like photographs, there's a ton of different things that I can't even think of off the top of my head right now, but they're a ton of fun. So if you have like a blog or something, you can participate. If you have any kind of social media that you can participate on, you can participate. So I will link everything down below for it, including the start times, the FAQ, and the sign up page. If you want to win like any of the giveaways or door prizes, you do have to sign up beforehand. So you have to sign up using whatever place you're going to update on the most, Twitter, blog, whatever. And then Deweys can kind of track that you are participating, and they can kind of put your name into the hat for the different drawings and such. It is a lot of fun. Last year I think I only read like 2 books or so because I just wasn't as well prepared for it. I personally do not stay up the full 24 hours and read the whole time because that is just exhausting, but a lot of people do. There's hashtags going on, like I said, there's cheerleaders. You can choose to participate as much or as little as you want. You don't have to do any of the different mini challenges if you don't want to. You can just read. You can only read 1 book, whatever. It's a lot of fun. If I haven't sold you yet on it, I'm not going to, but it is a ton of fun. So let me show you the things that I might be reading during the 24-hour readathon. This time around, I'm really trying to focus on smaller books because really with the 24-hour readathon, you can't read those big chunky books. You can definitely try. If you're a marathon reader, if you can really fast read, that's great. I am not, so I definitely saved graphic novels and smaller books for this. So the first book I might be picking up is Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the prequel novel to the Lunar Chronicles series, and it's all about Queen Lavanna, who is the villain. I have not read this yet. I was kind of holding out and waiting a little bit because Winter isn't coming out until Winter, which is the final book in the series, but I think now is a perfect time for it. It is short, so I think now is the good time to read it. Next book that I might pick up is The Queen of Fotolia by Megan Whalen Turner. I've actually already started this book, but I've only gotten like 10 pages into it, so I'm going to just restart it for the readathon. But this is a shorter book. It is a fantasy series. This is the second book in this series, and it is basically following a thief in this fantasy realm. You know how I love thieves, and he's very snarky. He's kind of like a Flynn Rider-y type character, thief. This is a shorter book. It's only about 300 pages and the writing is very large in it, so I would love to be able to continue on with the series. Next book that I might pick up is Tiger Lily by Jodi Lynn Anderson, and this is a fairy tale retelling of Tiger Lily from Peter Pan. So it's kind of told in Tiger Lily's perspective. I actually think Tinkerbell is telling the story, which sounds really cute, but again, it's very short. I think it's a little over 200 pages, and I love fairy tale retelling, so I think I'm really going to enjoy this one, and I will definitely fly through it. So those are the only full-size books that I plan on reading, but I also have a stack of graphic novels that I might pick up throughout the day. First is volume 1 of the new Wonder Woman New 52, and this is by Brian Azzarello, Cliff Chang, and Tony Akins. And I actually started reading this the last readathon, but I did not finish it. I wasn't really in the mood for it, but I do really want to get into this series. This is a reboot of Wonder Woman, and it has more like Greek retelling elements in it, which is my jam. So I'm hoping to get into this one during this readathon. Then we have Saga Volume 4. I don't have to explain this one. Everybody knows this is by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, and I absolutely adore this series. I actually pre-ordered this book, but I haven't picked it up yet because I've been saving it for a readathon basically, and just to kind of get me out of a slump. And it's just kind of like one of my holy grail books. So I was waiting because I know that once I read this, it's probably gonna end on a cliffhanger, as most graphic novel bind-ups do, and I'm gonna want the next one. And I'm not even sure when the next one comes out, but I know this one came out in December, so it's probably gonna be a little while before I get the next one, and I just don't want the pain. So I'm waiting, but I'm probably gonna read it during the readathon. The next graphic novel I might pick up is Delilah, Dirk, and the Turkish Lieutenant, and this is by Tony Cliff. And this is kind of like almost a steampunky looking graphic novel, and it kind of reminds me of Kim Possible a little bit, with like in Turkey, so it looks kind of like that, and that's why I picked it up, and it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. This might even be middle grade, I'm not positive, I don't know anything about the synopsis, it just looked like a lot of fun, and so I picked it up a while ago on Book Outlet, and I've just been holding on to it for a readathon like this. The next 3 graphic novels I actually just talked about in my haul, which I will link somewhere here on the screen, so you can go and check that out if you're interested in what these are actually about, but those are The Wicked and the Divine, The Faust Act, which is Volume 1, Rat Queens Volume 1, Sass and Sorcery, and The Fade Out Volume 1. As I said, I've already talked about all of these in my very recent graphic novel haul, so you can check those out if you are interested in what these are about, but I'm excited about all of these, so I'm interested in possibly picking them up during the readathon. Alright guys, that is it for my TBR announcement. Comment down below and let me know if you are participating in the Deweys 24-hour readathon and what you plan on reading. You definitely have to be prepared for a 24-hour readathon. It is a monster like no other, and it's a ton of fun, so I really hope a lot of you participate and that we can cheer each other on during the day. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!